Tears of the Kingdom, the long-awaited sequel to Zelda Breath of the Wild, is finally almost here. And because of that, I am finally letting myself go into Hyrule Castle to beat Ganon. Yes, I know, it's really rather weird that I haven't just done it throughout all these years. In the meantime, I have been side quest crazy, and while Zelda is still very much an action-based game, I have been doing some of the more exploration parts of the game and completing quests that I find particularly cozy. I want to share some of those with you today, so perhaps you can revisit and rediscover this glorious game ahead of Tears of the Kingdom coming out. A couple of my favourites, which are finding the Korok Seeds and Link's Lost Memories, are not on this list because I figured they are things that everyone already knows about, and links to walkthroughs will be available in the description down below. So make yourself a cuppa and tuck yourself in for some cozy quests and things to do in Zelda Breath of the Wild. I just have to pause and say how brilliant it is to be talking about Zelda on YouTube. I have spent so many hours watching people talking about Zelda on YouTube, and here I am. I'm talking about Zelda on YouTube. I'm living the dream. This is the dream. I'm living the dream. Anyway, here we go. Here's a video. Let's do a video. The first cozy quest I have to talk about is one that you really cannot miss, possibly the coziest thing to do in this whole game, and that quest is called Hylian Homeowner. In Hateno Village, you can discover a house that is about to be demolished by the Bolson Construction Company. It used to be inhabited by a knight, but has stood abandoned for the past 100 years. If you speak to Bolson, you can buy the house for 3,000 rupees and 30 bundles of wood. There are further items that can be added by speaking to Bolson and paying a further 1,400 rupees. Once the house is complete, not only does it have weapons mounts to show off your best finds, but it's also a super cozy place for Link to rest his head. The next quest you can only begin once Link's house is complete, because Hudson, one of the other builders, needs to depart for Akola, which begins the side quest from the ground up. Is it Akola or Akola? Akola? I'm gonna go with Akola for now. Once you find Hudson in Akola, you'll discover that he wants to build a town, and to do that, he wants you to gather materials and people from all over the land, and their names all have to end in Sun. You know, for reasons, obviously. These quests can take a bit of time, but it's well worth it to watch an empty area of land become full of life, and it's absolutely the most diverse town in all of Hyrule, and even ends with a wedding. There are so many steps for this one, so I will leave a link to a walkthrough below in case you are interested. Tarry Town is something so easily missed in Breath of the Wild, but is definitely a favourite among cozy players. This next quest is all about finding Zelda's lost horse, and it is called the Royal White Stallion. At Outskirts Stable, Link can talk to Toffa, who tells of a white horse belonging to the royal family. Her grandfather originally told Toffa about the horse, and now there are rumours of a descendant of the original has been spotted grazing on Safula Hill near the Sandini Park ruins. The horse is quite hard to catch as it requires 2 full stamina wheels to tame, but after that you can take the horse to Outskirts Stable for registration, and Toffa will give you the royal bridle and royal saddle for your work. This next one I don't think many people will have picked up on as a particularly cozy quest, but for me it really is one of the standout ones for the game, and it is called Leviathan Bones. In a stable, you will come across 3 brothers locked in a debate about the Leviathan bones and debating what exactly it is that led them to extinction. Unfortunately, the brothers aren't much in the way of explorers themselves and haven't actually seen the bones, so the brothers ask Link to go and find the Leviathan bones, take photographs and bring them back to them to help their research. What makes this especially cozy to me isn't that you get to explore the map and take photographs, is that all of the brothers truly enjoy their debate, and while each have a theory, they don't mind whose theory is correct, even saying to Link to please help their brothers in the same way. This quest has been compared to timeline debates in Breath of the Wild, as it isn't too clear where Breath of the Wild sits. For the brothers, it doesn't matter who is right, it matters that they're having fun. This next cozy quest is called Lord of the Mountain. In a beautiful spring at the top of Satori Mountain, you will sometimes spot a green glow. When this glow appears, you can journey to the top and discover blue peas, which look like these little owl rabbit things. And you'll discover the reincarnation of a sage that's said to protect Hyrule Kingdom and the animals of the forest, known as Satori. If you approach very stealthily, Link can actually ride Satori, but unfortunately it cannot be registered at a stable. Stat-wise, this is actually the best mount in Breath of the Wild because it has the maximum amount of saddles, and as soon as you use one, it just fills right back up again. However, as soon as you dismount, shortly after, Satori will also disappear. fans believe that Satori, the sage that protects Hyrule Kingdom, also pays homage to Satoru Iwata, the late Nintendo president who passed in 2015, aged 55. It truly does feel like a great way to give homage, even down to the blossoming cherry tree, and I believe this is the only one featured in the entire of Breath of the Wild. Cherry blossoms are not only beautiful, they are a symbol of our mortality and how fleeting life can be. This next quest is a really short and sweet one called Lover's Pond. There are actually 2 heart-shaped ponds that you can discover in this game, however one is unfortunately false and it is a broken heart, but the real Lover's Pond can be found close to the summit of Tuft Mountain. Here you'll find a heart-shaped pool, and it's said that by venturing there you can find true love. Near the pond you will find a Hylian called Wabbin and a Gerudo called Perda, who are on opposite sides and looking for love. Wabbin is shy but confesses to Link that he loves Perda, and Link needs to act as the middleman to see their love come to light. That is actually it for Cozy Quest in this video, but I've got 2 further things that I think are just really cozy things to do. And this first one I've named The Calm Before the Storm. It's not a mission, it's just something I find really cool, and especially cool because you have to venture into Hebra, the coldest area of the map. You'll need some warm clothes for this one, and if you don't have the warmest clothes yet, then if you equip a fire weapon, that will also bring Link's body temperature up a little bit. When you're in this area, look down at the weather gauge and there will be a mixture of ice and cloud symbols that lets you know when it's stormy and when it's going to clear up. I love climbing to the top of Hebra Peak in time for one of those clear moments to take in the surroundings. Suddenly the wind dies down and everything clears up, and it's just a magical moment. From here you can see Hyrule Castle, Death Mountain, and even Dinral, the spirit of fire. It's just peak, cozy, zen. Oh, I love it. The last one on my list I have named Feed the Damn Dog. And I do wish that it could be called Pet the Damn Dog. That is the biggest complaint I think most Zelda fans have about this game, is that there are dogs and you can't pet them. You cannot pet the dog, but you can feed them. And apart from the fact that it's super cute for their faces to light up when they see you, there is a great reason to do this, because the dogs are going to lead you to treasure. There are 14 puppas to find and befriend, and I will leave an article linked below to tell you a little bit more about each dog's location and the treasure you can find, including rupees, weapons, bombs, and arrows. And that is it for my list today. I would love if any of these are new to you, or if you think there are any more cozy quests that need to be added, please do comment about them down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please consider giving the like and subscribe buttons a little tappy tap. I will leave some more cozy goodness right here for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!